The Rockettes are in the onstage house. Audrey, Lynn, congratulations on this incredible legacy of being a part of the Rockette family. First off, congratulations to you. Because this is your first time as a Rockette, your first year in the Radio City Christmas Spectacular as a Rockette. I mean, dream come true moment?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
It is literally my biggest dream come true. And to just be like stepping into this legacy that is the Rockettes, it's just so special, and it's just such an honor.
Where were you when you got the call?
I was at home, actually. I was with my husband, and it was literally the best moment of my life. I got that call, and I was like, oh my word, all my hard work is has just paid off. Like, this is amazing.
And honey, you're not going to see me in November, December at all, because I'm going to be at Radio City. And Lynn, congratulations. I mean, the Rockettes run in the family for you.
Yes.
How long were you a Rockette? And then tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, well, I was a Rockette for 19 years.
Amazing.
Yes, and my mom was a Rockette, and my sister was a Rockette for 3 years. So we do have a family history.
Wow. And what does it mean to be part of this sisterhood, this very elite club, to say, I'm a Rockette? I mean, so many young women dream about being a Rockette on that incredible Radio City Music Hall stage.
It's such a legacy, it really is. It represents sisterhood, it represents tradition and strength and precision. And for me, just to be able to be a small part of that legacy is the biggest honor ever.
How about to be a part of that history?
Well, I think there's so much pride for me to look back and say, wow, I was part of this sisterhood, this iconic group of maybe the most famous dancers that you could think of. And I was part of that, my family was part of that. And so there's so much pride, also nostalgia, thinking back on my years on the great stage. And I have to tell you, right now I'm in awe of the new Rockettes. The level of precision and what they can do now is just amazing, and I can't wait to cheer them on.
When you think back to your time of being a Rockette, you know, what's the first thing that comes to mind, your fondest memory of those years on that stage?
Well, certainly it was a thrill to be on stage. Every show, just knowing that there were so many people that were staring up at you, and you were continuing this tradition. But what I look back fondly upon is the friendships. I would say to Audrey, you must cherish these friendships, because the women that I met in the dressing room back when I was a first-year Rockette are the friends that I have now. They're my besties, and we're all planning on coming in next week to celebrate this 100th anniversary.
I love that. And just talk a little bit about this year's show, because I know every year something's a little different, something's a little switched up. What can you share with us about this year's show?
So for the 100th anniversary, we have so many exciting things happening in Radio City to celebrate the 100 years. We have different archivals and different exhibitions happening in Radio City when the audience members walk in. We also have a brand new Sphere immersive sound system. So wherever you sit in the audience, whether it be the first row or in the third mezzanine, you'll be able to hear every tap sound, every instrument, every note with perfect clarity, and be immersed in the Christmas spirit.
I love that. I love that. When I think about my favorite moment in this Christmas spectacular, it's the March of the Wooden Soldiers, and that's a number that has been there from the very beginning.
Yes.
You know, again, that's kind of like the connective tissue with, you know, you having done that number. Just talk a little bit about being a part of that number.
It's an honor to be able to continue that. I think that when I've seen the show in the audience, my muscle memory is like, turn, turn, turn. Like, it's in my body from the rehearsals. And so we just really enjoy doing that, seeing that it's still here, especially at the level of precision and grace that these women are doing.
Yeah, how about you?
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, it's been around since 1933. The costumes are the same, the choreography is the same. And so I just think it's super cool to be able to do the same thing that generations of Rockettes have done before me, and to just step into that and know that I'm doing something that's a part of the legacy is just so cool.
You know, the Rockettes at Christmas time are synonymous with New York City. To see the Christmas Spectacular, it's like, you know, on the must-do list. If you're visiting New York, or if you've lived here for a long time, I'd go every single year. Why do you think that is? Why do you think this is an annual tradition here in New York?
I think it really does bring the Christmas magic and the Christmas spirit. And I just think that, like you said, it's just iconic. And when you go to New York at Christmas time, you're going to see the Radio City Rockettes doing the Christmas Spectacular. So I just think and it also is kind of nostalgic because it's been around for so long, and it's just really special.
Mm-hmm.
And to see a lot of families, they will say, well, my mom brought me here.
Right.
And now I'm going to bring my daughter, my son, my children. We're going to make an annual pilgrimage to Radio City. We're going to see the tree. We're going to have dinner. So it becomes this real New York Christmas experience that I think is just unique to New York. I'm just so proud of it.
Yeah.
To have been part of it.
And you said you hung up your tap shoes in 1999. Yes. That was the last time you danced in the Spectacular or danced as Rockette.
Yes.
You know, I have to say, I can only imagine that must have been a hard moment for you, knowing that this was so much a part of your life and just so much a part of your career. What was that like when you had to?
Well, I think every dancer knows when it might be time to do something else.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I was so lucky to have such a long career and so many experiences. There were so many special events that we did besides the Christmas Spectacular, like the Annie movie or TV appearances and things like that. So I had such a fine career that I'm happy to, pass the baton and pass my legacy on to the next generation.
I love it. You know, with having 2 generations of Rockettes present, is there anything you'd like to ask her in terms of your career, which is just beginning to blossom on stage at Radio City?
I guess do you have any advice for me just starting out as a Radio City Rockette?
Well, besides, of course, hydration, vitamins, make sure you eat. I would say that cherish these friendships. You know, when you're in the dressing room, maybe take a moment sometimes and say, this is just really important because you don't know how these friendships that you're making on the line are going to continue through the rest of your life. So really cherish that. Yes.
Amazing. Ladies, congratulations again being a part of this incredible legacy of the Rockettes. Thank you for coming in and happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more premiere theater coverage and exclusive interviews, click the subscribe button. You can also download the Spectrum News app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you there.